Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. Another volatile day. This market is acting very, very similar to that August 2015 kind of flush and sell-off, which we'll take a look at here in a second. But NVDA today reported earnings, so this has been a very volatile stock. Today got hammered down 11 points, closed at 217. After hours, it is within like $3 of all-time highs. So how, is that going to impact the NASDAQ tomorrow? Yeah, it should a little bit. I mean, we closed at 63.17. You can see after hours we're up, like 20 points in the NASDAQ. However, that's the only stock that's rallying. Apple is right where it closed. Amazon is right where it closed. So the bigger forces are still at work. The VIX, of course, continues to be strong. Huge spike up that imploded a lot of short volatility funds and short volatility folks. On the long side, I still like Buff. This is the Buffalo Pet Products. Had a solid up day yesterday. Came down today. I mean, when the whole market's getting pounded, everybody's coming down with it. So this is just kind of a long to have in place just for those days. It's also, it's still very close to its all-time highs. It's got earnings in March. We have the March earnings. So I like that today's down day was on low volume. So tomorrow, if the markets look a little stable, I will look to add. I was watching financials yesterday. They were having a good bounce, and then today they got whacked. The idea there is that as bonds go lower, rates go higher. That's good for the banks, but the banks didn't care about that today. So the stocks that I like on the long side besides NVIDIA, Netflix today is holding up really well, again, in comparison with the rest of the market, and Amazon in comparison with the rest of the market. If you compare that to something like Google, okay, that's what the stock market looks like. There's a lot of stocks like that getting hammered. And then Roku here also. So I've got a handful of stocks that I'm willing to look at on the long side tomorrow if the markets are going to show stabilization. Otherwise, everything's a short. So in this kind of a market, I like the idea of focusing on a handful of longs that have proven to kind of show some resistance or resilience. And then on the short side, the easiest thing is just to short the indexes, buy puts on the spiders and stuff like that too. So that's what we got. And, again, this thing, I am not, I guess to be clear here, I am not looking for the market to make new highs like in the next 5 or 6 months. This thing is done. And so the question is how do you trade it from there? I'll dive into that more in the premium video, but just keep in mind that, it really is different in terms of what we've seen over the last 3 years. Okay? You guys have a good one, and we'll see you in the next update.